Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. We are starting to ramp up the EAFC 25 videos now. We'll probably do one or two more videos wrapping up like EAFC 24. But new game's nearly here. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content on my channel. Once the game comes out, the official deluxe early edition release on the 20th of September, I will be doing pretty much at least every day 2 videos. Of course, if there's any particular videos you want to see, do let me know. But yeah, in the build up to it, we're going to be talking about the game, some features that are coming. But over the last day or so on Twitter, it's been all about the top reigns. There's been some official ones that have been like from football accounts, like La Liga put something about Julian Alvarez's new card. It's a big deal in the football world now, FIFA, EAFC games. So we've got the top 50, and I thought it'd be cool to talk about them for each player. I'll talk about if I think that'd be meta, if I think that's a fair rating based on real life, how good I think the card will be at launch, for example. Not every single player in the top 50 is here, because obviously there's only a few 87s. Saka, for example, I've seen he's an 87. He's not on this list, but he's joined 46, 47, whatever it is. Of course, just my opinions on these. If you do like these type of videos, do let me know. From what I gather, these are the official ratings, so none of the overall ratings will change. However, the stats are like 78 shooting on verts. It could be 79, but they're pretty much near spot on. But the ratings and playstyles are official. There are a few mistakes on here, like Van Dijk is down as a keeper, but obviously it'll be a centre-back. So yeah, let's get into it. Let me know your thoughts as well on some of these players, if there's any you particularly want to start. Gundogan, back to Man City, he's got a +1 this year. Are you sick to death of getting out-teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out IGGM.com today. For me, very good midfielder. You could argue an 88, but I think an 87 is not too bad for him. Will he be meta? No. Would he be usable at the start? He would, but he's pretty slow. I do think in the midfield, pace is overrated. Would I rather have it? Sure. It's definitely really nice, but I think it's the one position that you can be a bit slower in. At the start, he will be decent. Won't be probably getting in my team, but I wouldn't think if I played against him at launch, like, wow, he's useless. Emi Martinez, world #1. My favourite keeper, obviously, being an Aston Villa fan. I honestly think Emi Martinez is underrated on FIFA. For me, he's one of the top 3 keepers in world football with Alisson and Courtois. You could somewhat interchange those. I think Courtois was fairly comfortable #1, but then missed a year with injury. Still think he'll be great, but we'll see. There's a lot of keepers in this list above him, like Sommer, Edison, Coble. I don't think are even that close to him, to be honest. I would have Emi Martinez as like an 89 or a 90. I'm a bit biased as a Villa fan, but I think a lot of people really rate him. However, it's nice to see a Villa player in the top 50. It's the first time I think I've ever seen that as a Villa fan, so there we go. He'll be a very good keeper at launch. He's 6'5". De Jong, kind of not really done much in the last few years. Kind of just steady along. I think his rating's all right. He's always one of the best meta midfielders at the start. Pretty reasonable value. Musiala, I think that's a +1 this year. A little bit faster. He'll be a beast. If technical's anywhere near as good as it was at launch last year, he'll be a great starter attacker. Bastoni, usable pace. I feel like his pace has had quite an upgrade this year. I think he was an 85 or an 86 last year. I think he'll be a pretty good centre-back at launch, though. So, quick drink. Saliba, for me, best centre-back in the world at the moment. Van Dijk was head and shoulders above anyone for a long period of time. And over the last few years, probably still was just about the #1. I do think Saliba's took him now. I think he's underrated at an 87. I'd have him at an 89. Saw him play live this weekend against Aston Villa. He was brilliant. Did an insane recovery tackle on Jacob Ramsey. He is an insane player, even more so when you watch him live in person. He'll be the best. Maybe Van Dijk, maybe. Could be. You never know, it's just Van Dijk. But I think Saliba, 6'4", anticipate one of the quickest centre-backs. I think he'll be the best centre-back in the game outside of icons at launch. Sommer, probably thereabouts fair rating, but not that great. He's 6 foot. Dabinho, For me, she didn't actually play that well last year. I can't really comment on most of the female players if I think they deserve the rating. I don't follow female football that closely, but she'll be a pretty good card. Diani, really good at launch last year. I feel like she's got a downgrade. I think she was an 89 last year, but could be wrong. Edison always plays all right, but they tend to be better keepers. Bernardo Silva, solid, but normally not that special at start. Endler, too small. Foden, big upgrade here. 5 pace, I think it is. I think this Foden card will be very good at launch. He does need 4-star weak, if he doesn't have 4-star, it will hurt him a bit, but he's normally very good. Griezmann, always a pretty solid option at start. Finesse is one of the best play styles in the game. Obviously, it could change, but I start to see that changing. Kudara, really good option early on, really well rounded. Barca women have a lot of good options, so she'll be a great start midfielder. Paredes, just a bit slow, a bit small. Katoto, pretty useless. Kobel, high-rated keeper, he'd be pretty good. Lewandowski, I think he's just a bit too slow. He started on the downcline now, I don't think he's that good. Bethme, not good enough. Renard, 48 pace, say less. Diaz, 67 pace. He'll be usable, but I wouldn't be bothered by him. Rudiger, he'll be up there as one of the best centre-backs. He'll probably be him, Saliba and Van Dijk, the top 3 gold ones. Valverde, be one of the best midfielders in the game at launch. Probably very expensive though, but he'll be a very good card. Wirtz, I think he's okay. He's not a midfielder though, and he's a bit slow for an attacker. He'll be usable, but I wouldn't be too bothered about him. Oblak, be great as usual. Wrighton, fairly solid. Messi, he should still be pretty good. He'll be insane on the ball. He'll still have a very good finesse, I imagine, but it's quite a downgrade on some of the Messi we've seen in the past. Alisson Courtois, I don't know how Donnarumma's somehow got the same rate as them. He's just not on their level, but okay. They'll all be very, very good keepers, though. Courtois normally great. Mappy Leon, usable, but not great. Martinez, quite an upgrade, I think. Finesse and a decent. I think he was an 87 last year. He'll be very good at launch. He's always very good physical. He's good on the ball. Finesse is great. Erdegaard, solid option in the middle. A little bit slow and weak, but he'll be good. Salah will be a great right winger. Crazy numbers he puts out. Hegerberg, wouldn't use her. Smith will be one of the top tier attackers at launch, I would imagine. I feel like she had quick step last year though, so that's quite a downgrade getting first touch. Stegen, he'll be good. I'd rather Courtois generally. Van Dijk, he's a centre back, not a keeper. He'll be insane. I'd honestly have him at an 88 now. I do think he's declined a little bit as still one of the best centre backs in the world though. Bellingham, I've seen people saying he's overrated at a 90. Was they ever not going to put the cover boy as one of the top players? I honestly as well think he's there or thereabouts earned it. I think right now he's right up there for world's best midfielder. He's not been around for that long at the top level because he's young, but I don't think it's that unjustified. He'll be one of the top players in the game at launch. He'll be very well rounded. De Bruyne starting to decline a bit physically. He's still an absolute beast in real life. I think he deserves the rating, but I think in game he will not be as special anymore with that physicality and pace. Hansen will be a top tier at launch. Kane a little bit like Lewandowski, but even slower. I actually think with finesse and 5-star weak for Kane will be actually better than people think early on, but he's a bit of a liability in other ways. But I think he'll be usable. Kerr will be one of the top tier attackers early on. She might have 5-star weak, but I can't remember. I think it's 4-star, but finesse, that's really good early on. Patelas should be the best gold midfielder, I think, at launch. Vinny Jr. will be insane, but he'll be over 1 million coins. I think he's fair enough getting a 90. He's up there for fame for Ballon d'Or. Bon Mate, top tier, be one of the best midfielders in the game. Her and Patel swap the ratings. Haaland, Mbappe, Rodri, probably my 3 best players in the world. I think EA have got that right in terms of the 3 best players in the world. Rodri, for a 91 though, will probably be pretty poor. I don't think he'll actually be that good. I honestly think I think you see a lot of people discuss these ratings, and maybe some people watch this video and think some of the things I say are not very fair. But for me, Rodri is fairly comfortably the best player in world football for his position. Would I rather have Mbappe or Rodri at my club? Mbappe because he's a striker. But Rodri is a better CDM than Mbappe is a striker in my opinion. I've seen some people saying Rodri should be a joint best player in the game. For me, Rodri should be the best player in the game. Would I put him as a 92? Arguably, yeah. He is the best player in the world right now. It would be either that or he's a 91 and these are a 90. But I'd probably put him at 92. I'd probably honestly give him mid to high 70s pace just to make him a lot better. But there you go. Those are the ratings. Let me know any cards that you really want to use early on. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Keep it spicy, and I do hope to see you guys on the videos in the future. EAFC 25 is nearly here. Peace.